Good morning to all of you. I'm happy that you are participating in this particular seminar. During this lockdown, I thought that let me share my 40 years of experience with you all. What is required as a chartered accountant? That is what I am going to share in this series. This will benefit to all chartered accountants in general, but article clerk and fresh chartered accountants in particular. Why? Because they are just creating their base. As a result, they can change their path whenever they want as at this particular juncture. Whereas if you ask me, it is very difficult to change my path after 40 years of experience, or for any other senior chartered accountants who are already there in the practice or working in an organization. My first topic is redefining the job as a chartered accountant. Due to various reasons, over a period of time, the job of a chartered accountant is redefined. Basic of that, we'll deal with that today. And thereafter, we will deal in more videos on the similar topic. As an article clerk, how do you spend 3 years? What do you need to do as an article clerk? Apart from your studies, apart from your office work. How to set your career path. What additional course will help you in future? The world is going to change. Today, what you are thinking is the scope. What you need to decide is what will be the scope after 3 or 4 years from now. Because that will be in demand when you become a chartered accountant as an article clerk. How and where to acquire this particular skill set for the new job. Because CA curriculum is fixed. CA curriculum may change, may not change. So where do you acquire this skill set? And thereafter, how do you enhance your career for the lifelong? So this is the path. Why do you want to pursue CA? Whatever may be the reason, because this is a very good job, with very good career. I appreciate that and I have benefited. But what role can you play as a chartered accountant? That is what we want to define. Let's go through. You will become chartered accountant maybe in next 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, or 3 years. And once you are chartered accountant, people's expectation, not only from your clients, your employer, but also from your family members, relatives, they will ask you questions as to X, Y, Z. Because they will start regarding you as an expert in the particular field. But what is happening in our CA field, that once you complete your articleship, you are thrown open in suddenly in the big market. And it all depends how successful you will be based on what you learned during your articleship. Is it a drawback? I would say no, not at all. Whatever you have learned, gain the experience. But at the same time, whatever firm you are working with, maybe small, medium or large firm, there is going to be a big gap between your skill set and expectations from your clients and employers. And I can realize that it is very difficult for you as a chartered accountant or as an article clerk to find out what will be in future. What you need to do to adapt to the new situation. And naturally, you are not groomed for a corporate personality. To me, as a chartered accountant, you should be doing work not for a small organization. I would not say that you should be working as a chartered accountant of a partnership firm, sole proprietary, or even private limited company. You should be working for big corporates. Because small organization, their work can be done even by an accountant. They may not need chartered accountant. And the principle you should keep always in mind, if my juniors can do it, why am I required? I should spend my time as a professional in a better way. Let me define the job of a chartered accountant or accountancy or as an accountant. One is at transaction level. We'll discuss that. Department level and a corporate level. Corporate level, I'm not going to discuss at this particular video because we'll discuss it at a later stage once you get more info and more fundamentals clear. What is transaction level? The transaction level would be like any transaction takes place. You need to know where to debit, where to credit. Once the transaction is accounted, you should know what are the consequences of those accounting entries. In the sense, whether TDS is applicable, whether ITC is applicable or not applicable, whether I can take this ITC or it is not takeable. All these issues will come up. Once the accounts are completed, all transactions are accounted, you draw out a trial balance, and based on trial balance, you prepare the final accounts. Maybe subject to certain closing entries. That is transaction level accounting. With the software in place, according to me, transaction level accounting can be done by even a junior most person. Maybe 10th grade or 12th grade graduate, 10th or 12th grade student can also enter the transaction. Given the guidance, he can prepare the final accounts. At the same time, GST return, income tax return, that also I would consider at a transaction level, routine work, can also be handled by 10th and 12th or maybe BCom level. Because once with this software, it becomes very monotonous, it becomes very routine work. And if there is any mistake, it is immediately reflected. Pop-up screen tells you there is a mistake of 1 paisa or 1 rupee. So you as a chartered accountant, I would advise that gain the experience at transaction level first, but don't stick to transaction level. Go to a higher role, that is department level. And thereafter, maybe you should aim that after 5 or 10 years of a career, you should be dealing with corporate level. Maybe corporate level as your client, maybe corporate level as your employer. When I say corporate, it is a large corporate house and not a small corporate house. Large corporate house, maybe with 5 to 10,000 crore turnover. So what is a redefined job of a chartered accountant? Something is already existing and something you need to acquire. Support accounting and financial function, simple. Cash flow control, not preparing. Now this is an additional. Transaction level, you can prepare cash flow, but at departmental level, you will need to control the cash flow, sources and uses, and find out what are the implications to the organization. Understand legal, statutory, and tax compliances. To some extent, this is routine, but complications may arise. I'll give you an example afterwards. That is where you need to. Once it is conceptualized, it becomes a routine thing. Oversee the budgeting and expense control process. Assess company's performance, Once the final accounts are prepared, given to you, you prepare what is the company's performance, not just cash flow, balance sheet, and profit and loss account. Where the company has spent more, where the company can improve, compare it with competitors, find out where the company can save. Is there anything new? Is there anything missing? All those things, company's performance. Maybe like you can suggest that your yield is low compared to others. Maybe your client or your employers, I would say, finance cost is higher compared to others. So what are the implications of all those things? Assess company's performance. What is the rent paid? What are the major expenses? Analyze those expenses. Analyze that performance. As we have learned, implement those principles into the practice. Like expenses, we all know there are different types of costs. One is functional cost. We bifurcate into as per the function. That is your manufacturing cost, selling, distribution, finance, administration, etc., cost, functional cost, or maybe just nature of account wise costing. Thereafter, we have also learned, which is not part of the accounts, costing. We have also learned that there are costs can be bifurcated into direct and indirect. Cost can also be bifurcated into fixed cost and variable cost or the semi-variable cost. Certain costs are controllable, certain costs are not controllable. Find out, assess the company's performance based on this. And this is what is required as on today because of this lockdown and because of this pandemic situation. All companies want to prepare their strategy in years to come, immediately the survival, thereafter the revival, and thereafter the growth strategy based on the performance. And that is where we as a chartered accountant can be helpful. Value-added services we can give. You need to understand what is the company's model, formula, operational metrics to measure those performance. How will you measure whether the company's performance is proper or not? If my company's finance cost is X percentage to sales, is it proper or not? How will you measure? That depends on what is the finance model. Thereafter, assess whether that finance model is proper or not proper, or whether you can suggest some changes in that finance model. All these things is what we have already learned and we are putting into the practice. Suggest ways of capital raising. One may be personal funds, another may be raised from the market, borrowings, borrowing from banks, institutions, NBFCs, borrowing from friends and relatives, various ways, which will suit the organization. That is something what you need to assess and execute program for the provision of capital and debt. What is the capital expenditure company is going to incur and how the company is going to finance that particular capital expenditure. Is it going to be debt? Is it going to be equity, or is it going to be debt as well as equity? If it is debt, is it quasi-equity or plain equity? Approve agreement for raw material, capex, information technology assets, services, etc. There are many organizations where the chief accountant is also given a job as an administrator, HR person. Record maintenance, definitely books of accounts, etc. and audit process records. And get the audit done. That cannot be done by juniors, so that will be done by the departmental head. This is the redefined job according to me. So what is required? One is your subject matter, which is all covered here. those subject matter, whatever you have learned, put it into practice. So you should be technically sound. All your subject matter, all your accounting standard, various compliances, Companies Act, Income Tax Act, FEMA, etc., etc., etc. You have to have some practical knowledge, internal control, processes. All this will come by way of practical knowledge. You cannot fit one process of one organization to the another organization. You cannot replicate because the situation and everything will be different. Data analytics. Various data analysis is to be done. Various reconciliations needs to be done. Complex reconciliations. I have done a reconciliation worth 9,56,000 debtors account. And the mismatch was huge. I have done bank reconciliation where the difference was almost 2,000 crore vis-a-vis 800 crores not credited by the bank. Many things, lot of data analytics. And for that, IT, information technology. You need to have a corporate personality. You cannot be just doing work. You have to be having a lot of things. Something is taught as a part of curriculum in a CA institute by way of GMCS. But when you go to corporate, it goes beyond that particular course. That is helpful. You have to nurture that particular GMCS principles and take it forward to become a corporate personality. Your communication skills and soft skills, part of your corporate personality also is required. And any big organization will always ask for work ethics. You should be in a position to work with the teammate. It's not just I will do my work. I'm not concerned with others. Not applicable. That is not acceptable in a large organization. You have to care for the self. That means you have to have your personal life and work life balancing also. You need to have a love for game. If you see big organization, they have various activities going on. They have gym, they have badminton court and squash court, everything within the office premises, or they subscribe. They pay your fees to the club. You should be owner of whatever work you are doing. That means if something goes wrong, you are responsible. You cannot say, no, I'm not owner. You have to take the ownership. Can you work under adversity? Because there are many times where you need to work against time. Audit finalization. Something may crop up at the last moment. You have to complete the task. Working against adversity. Right now, Reliance came out with the right issue during this lockdown. I'm sure the full accounts department, audit department, that everyone connected with the right issue must have worked beyond normal hours. Coachability. Part of teammate and another is coachability. Can you teach your junior or colleague whatever you have? That is very important aspect. And I would recommend you have to have this particular ability. Once you teach your junior or colleagues what you are doing, then you can go one step up in the organization. Otherwise, you will be there. Competitiveness. Are you competitive? In the sense, can you find out the shortcut to execute the work? Are you more efficient? All those things will take care of your competitiveness. So what is required? You need to have knowledge of the latest field. What are those latest fields? I'm going to take it up separately. Practical knowledge, management skill, because you have to be at a managerial level. So you have to have that managerial skill because you are owner of whatever you are doing and you are working as a team. So you have to have this managerial skill. Leadership qualities, you should come out with all these things, and that will come with your soft skill. Let me define the transaction. Person sitting in US on the desktop or laptop places the order using his credit card, maybe issued in UK, and order is placed somewhere in African company based out of Africa. African company will send you the email, but they will ship the material from their Dubai godown to the ultimate receiver, who may not be the person who placed the order, maybe in India. This is the nature of transactions happening, and this is the future. Now, transaction accounting. Can you complete this? Consider accounts. What will be the accounting treatment by each of these people or the organizations? What are the tax implications? What are the GST implications? How do you control this particular transaction? Consider from all respective aspects. What are the controls you have to put in? Once you have done what is the accounting, tax impact, GST impact, once you have determined, same type of transaction in future can be taken care of by juniors. But at the same time, you will have to create control so that if junior goes wrong, you can find out. At the same time, if there is a fraudulent transaction happening, you should be in a position to find out. If this transaction is given to you, how are you going to audit the transaction from each respective perspective organization? What are the implications of Foreign Exchange Management Act, FEMA? What is the software to be used? And various other things. This is one illustration. If you want to be higher, consider this type of complex transaction, think this complex transaction, and find out what will be the solution for all these things. You know everything. Now you have to collect your information, whatever your knowledge you have, and tell. So what is required for what are the career driver? You have to plan your path. What do you want to be? Maybe after 3 years of articleship, whether you want to join industry or you want to practice. Where you want to be after 5 years from down the line, 10 years from the down line, and 15 years down the timeline. Find out what are the skills you have, what are the skills required so that you can be a successful after 3 years, 5 years, 10 and 15 years. How are you going to acquire? And see the future. Always look at the future as to what is happening in future. That's all for the day. This series will continue. Some of the topics which I'm going to discuss will be how to spend 3 years of your articleship other than your studies and office work. What else can you do in your spare time along with your whatever WhatsApp, etc. How to set your career path, assessing your skill set. I may be good in auditing, I may not be good in taxation. Like I'm not good at taxation at all. Let me tell you very frankly. I've never gone in my 40 years of career to the income tax office. But I have certain else, so I am good in other things. What are the additional courses that will help me in future? Let us ascertain those. How and where to acquire the skill sets required? That is one of the topic we'll cover. And what are the career enhancer? How can you again enhance your career on a continuous mode? That's all for the day. Like and subscribe my YouTube channel, CA Mayur Choksi. If you have any query or if you have any suggestion, please contact me on WhatsApp. Number is given. Or you can email me. I can assure you that within 48 hours, you will get my answer. Thank you. I'm also available on Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter. If you like this particular video and subscribe to the YouTube channel by the name CA Mayur Choksi. Thank you. Thanks a lot. God bless you.